Hello. How's it going? JoeHart here, person with disabilities, primarily invisible disabilities. Trying to get into the swing of things with everything in life. But let's see here. Hello. And welcome. Hello and welcome. Feel free to comment. Feel free to comment. Thanks. When my notifications happen, they go right in front of my area to be typing. But in some places, when you can't see how you're typing, you can still type. But this, it freezes the typing too. So I didn't realize that happened. I was typing and then I sent the message and it only had like 1/4 of what I typed. Anyway, always learning new stuff. So anyway, I'll probably try to I'll probably always be updating that quality. Okay, let me go check that one out. And the quality. I have actually deleted some of my timers. I'm amazed at that. Let's see if 3 is right. 4 maybe. ND quality. Yeah, and the fat class. Oh yeah, let me see how many there are here. It was 77. It says 73. I bet that's -4 as opposed to me adding 2 and subtracting 6. I think it's just been a -4 only. So I'm pretty amazed. I'm pretty surprised, I guess is the word. Not amazed. That's a strange word. So I think I'm up to membership, right? Oh, that was anyway, let me let's see here. Let's do edit. That's the one I lean toward. I still haven't edited all these newer, similar Nightbots. None of them are perfect for me yet, but I'm getting there. So this Nightbot says, hi, while my streams are smaller and intimate, I'll be off screen, won't see comments and y'all when you enter and exit. To edit, update with Nightbots, Discord, Pincord, Tweet Shift, etc. Thank you, JoeHart PwD. So let me, I'm doing a project with Nightbot. Still working. I apologize. Hi, how are ya? It's good to see ya. Thanks for showing up. I apologize if I don't mean to be ignoring you. Bobby, what are you doing? Let me get to another letter at least. Let me get to the D's here. And it's in reverse alphabetical. So I'm to the driver. Okay, I've gotten the driver. Let me see. Hello, hello, hello. So this was my Nightbot for yesterday when I streamed. But so all this is done. I just don't have the follow-up on all the stuff yet. But anyway, the Kohlberger amended hearings, there's 3 of them. May 22nd, 2023, Monday. It was at 9 a.m., 10 a.m., and 11 a.m. Pacific time, which is 12 p.m., noon, 1 p.m., and 2 p.m. my time, Eastern time. So the 9 a.m. was the arraignment. You know, 2 of these events were, at least 2 of these were set up as Zoom open to the public, but they changed that on Friday to make it in person and secret, private, family only Zoom. Anyway, during the arraignment, you know, Brian Enton is one of my most favorite people to follow and trust and believe. And, you know, I think he does some of the best work there is. And I've told him that. I was out in Idaho and I was a fanboy. And oh boy, I'm sure he thinks he's got to keep his eyes open for me. But so anyway, I really like his stuff. So he had gone, hello, Facebook. Hello to all my streams that I stream to. Facebook page, Facebook profile, LinkedIn profile, my 2 YouTube channels, Twitch, and my 2 Twitters. I'm trying to learn more about. StreamYard is not compatible with Twitter, and I'm trying to figure out a workaround, I guess, so that I can talk. I want my Twitter, of all the platforms, Twitter is my largest audience, and it was way bigger in November, December when I started doing live streaming and stuff, and it's twiddled, you know, it's petered off because they can't make comments. Anyway, I'm trying to figure out a workaround. I bought a new monitor, and I'm trying to split that up so that can be the 2 Twitter feeds while I'm live streaming, and I can go in as a viewer and then comment and answer any comments that are there and stuff. And so I'm still trying to work on a workaround. Anyway, thank you and all that stuff. So Brian Enton is one of the people I really appreciate and enjoy, and I think he's one of the most punctual, one of the most honest, the most moral, the most ethical, you know, all that stuff. So News Nation, I like so also, but I really like Brian Enton. Anyway, before the arraignment, he said, you know, they are letting cameras into the court, but you can't see the videos live. They got to wait until the event's over, and then those videos will be released. But they can live tweet. And I'm sure that's because, anyway, I was at the Pennsylvania hearing, and they didn't quite understand what live tweeting is versus live streaming on Twitter is. You know, those are 2 different things, in my opinion, my definition. But live tweeting, I think, is just typing the words into your device in Twitter to tweet while the event's actually happening. And that was available. Anyway, the event was supposed to start at 9. Brian Kohlberger actually entered the room at 9:08. and it was adjourned at 9:23. So it was 15 minutes, 9:08 to 9:23. It was 15 minutes long, and Brian Enton tweeted 13 times. So that was all I focused on during the whole thing because I couldn't Zoom. I tried to Zoom. I thought some of the older passwords would still work, and whatever. So I tried to Zoom, but I mostly focused on his tweets, and I refreshed it until a new one popped up. So shortly after that was done, I went live streaming myself, and I essentially just read Brian's tweets, which they were great because they mentioned the trial date being set for October 2nd, and he mentioned how things were said, what was said, what Brian did, what the judge did. It was very nice stuff. So that's what I did for the 9 o'clock thing. 10 o'clock thing, again, I tried to, what's it say here? 10 o'clock scheduling conference. I think that's the Gonçalves. I forget how they say their name. I apologize. And AP, not AP. Is it AP? Whoever's making the big stink about the gag thing. Who is that? Someone else. Not AP. Let me see. It's over here somewhere. Associated Press, AP. So I think that's what the 10 o'clock was. I didn't get involved. Brian did say, well, he mentioned, it was a lot seeing Olivia's baby in the 9 o'clock showing. And then he said, the 10 o'clock is about to begin. And I'm like, oh, great, maybe he's in it. But he was just mentioning that it was about to begin. So got nothing that I recall, nothing major during the event. And so I didn't hear much about that. And then by the time the 11 o'clock, I was distracted and working on other things like the October 2nd thing and stuff like that. Anyway, I didn't have much to go by tonight. I was kind of hoping that I'd be able to get other people involved in, possible panels and have people talk about it. I'm a little rusty on the, I used to call it the Idaho 4. There's a real big a-hole in my past in YouTube that was telling me, oh, I don't call it Idaho 4. I don't want to make them famous. Of course, he's still an extreme a-hole, but he's probably still on quite a few streams out and about. But anyway, allegedly he's out there somewhere. I don't know. He probably is. Anyway, but the only other thing I'd call it instead of Idaho 4 is Kohlberger, which is making him even more famous. It's his last name. So I don't know what to call it. I guess it has to be called something. Idaho Murders or Idaho Crimes or Idaho College. I like Idaho 4. But anyway, I'll try to figure out what it is. But anyway, those would be what the panels would be about, and we could talk about it. And if anybody did stay up to speed on their stuff, or if they, crammed, since yesterday, it's only Tuesday. So, a lot of this stuff came yesterday. And, but anyway, I wish I had more. So I don't have the update really what happened at 10 a.m. I don't really have the update of what happened at 11 a.m. I've listened to a lot of stuff about this ever since the arraignment, ever since 9:23 a.m. Pacific time when they adjourned, which is 12:23 p.m. Eastern time where I'm at. But I started listening to as many people as I could, and there, all the networks or stuff are going to have lawyers on and say, hey, what do you think of this trial date and blah, 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 blah. But it appears that it seems, or it appears, that there's almost no chance that the trial will actually start October 2nd. There'll be motions to continue. There'll be pretrial motions. There'll just be a lot of stuff that's going on. We got those 51 terabyte of information, of data. I just read something that said a terabyte would hold all the volumes in the U.S. Library of Congress, U.S. Library of Congress, whatever it's called. All those volumes would be in 1 terabyte. And this case has 51 terabytes. That just doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, I'm sure that's text. So 51 could be videos and audios and, other reasons to get it much bigger. But I mean, that's pretty extreme. I don't know who could even count up how much was there, but I'm sure they did somehow. Okay. So, that's about all I was going to deal with. I was going to just do a good summary. And like I said, try to get into the, I want to go into the direction of doing panels and stuff and figuring it out from there. But anyway, that's about it. That's about all I wanted to deal with right now. So anyway, that's it. Maybe I'll to finish, I'll read. This is my first draft, by the way. I'm usually not a very good writer. I'm a pretty good editor. And I will warn you that this ticker is really the first time I wrote it. I did minor edits, like typos and stuff during it. But so I'll probably finish this stream by reading the ticker as it comes by. And so I will do that in just a second. It should be over pretty soon. Anyway, boy, I put a lot of, and it says updating. Oh, I only have 1 parenthesis on that. Anyway, so it's going to start over now. So I'm going to start reading it. So May 22nd, 2023, Monday, from 9:08 to 9:23 Pacific time, Kohberger had an arraignment hearing in the 2nd Judicial District Court with Judge John Judge. The judge's name is John Judge, presiding. Kohberger did not waive his right to a speedy trial. Ann Taylor asked for the furthest possible date, i.e. 6 months after his plea. I didn't figure out when his plea was. But the trial date was set for October 2nd, 2023, Monday starting at 8:30 a.m. Pacific time. It appears that it will not actually start on October 2nd, with countless and numerous delays, including pretrial motions to continue, etc. 51 terabytes of data. State of Idaho, County of Latah, Moscow, Idaho. 11/13/22 Sunday, about 4 a.m. Pacific time, crime. 12/30/22, arrested in Pennsylvania. And then I'm updating it. So that's it. Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much. What do we got? We have one from Facebook. Thank you for joining Facebook. Battery saver is on. I always tend to get in trouble, and that usually dies before I can plug it in. I just plugged it in. A lot of times it dies anyway. Let me look what percentage it is. 19%. But like I said, my laptop has probably died like 2 or 3 times in the last couple of weeks. So it's on its last leg. Anyway, okay. I may come back later to do a Formula One, but whew. All right. Kohberger, some heavy stuff. I was already, counting the weeks until October 2nd in case I go, but it sounds like October 2nd is just, 95% sure it won't start then. But, we don't know. None of us know, but I'm sure there'll be a ton of motions. So, all right. Excuse me. I didn't mean to yawn like that. Okay. So end broadcast in 3, 2, 1. Then I'm going to end broadcast again. But I saw it cuts out much later. So let's go. I'm going to end broadcast in 3, 2, 1. Ready, goodbye. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.